Pickaxe.
Big happy 20 years, guys.
Congratulations on 20 years. Will Phil Shinobi be making an appearance?
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Happy anniversary, VGO.
Have a great 20th anniversary show tonight.
And I'm John Jacobson, Xbox Live Gamertag Black Dog 7.
And I'm Michelle Madison, live tag Coastal Michelle.
Matt Bradford.
Wow.
You're going to have to change your name if you're going to come on the show again.
That was awe-inspiring. Can I be M. Bizzle?
And joining us once again is Ann.
Who's Ann?
Ann.
Who's Ann?
This
Ryan.
guy. Five, four, three, two, live! It's the VGO 20th anniversary spectacular! And now here's one of your hosts, Michelle.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our 20-year anniversary show. Tonight, we've got a lot of fun stuff planned. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson, Xbox Live Gamertag Black Dog 7. Now, listen, I'm excited because we're breaking the internet right now, Michelle.
We
Okay.
have never done this before. In 20 years of VGO history, we have never had two Canadians on at once.
No.
Oh, Canada.
Matt and Ryan are both here,
Home and
crossing the Canadian
Yeah, buddy.
beams. Two
We gotta
Canadians,
practice this a
one
little
show. We're going to talk about stuff
Never
from
was much of a
2005.
singer.
Wow.
And
Puff
what else?
pass, my dude.
There's a lot
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
do.
But, Matt, I'm really glad you made it. You were a big part of the show.
That's right.
I'm
Massive.
really happy.
You've been here for the majority of the show.
That's right. You got people saying Kyle who?
Long.
These
Well,
Canadians.
we should talk about
Yeah,
that. I mean, Kyle, big slinky jerk, you know, him and I started the show,
Yep.
and then quickly Michelle joined immediately.
Yeah, a couple episodes in, and this was 20 years ago, guys. At the end of August 2005, we started up on Apple Podcasts within the first month or two that they actually started. We launched with Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And what else? YouTube was started in 2005.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's put this in perspective, okay? And I'm proud of this. I can't believe I'm still alive. I mean, we started this podcast 20.
That's what you're proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we started this podcast 20 fucking years ago, okay?
Yes.
It's crazy to think about. And to put this in perspective, and this is how I always qualify this, okay? Mm-hmm. There were no smartphones, okay, when this show started, okay? Let's think about this for a second, okay? I had a Motorola flip phone when this show started. There was no Twitter. There was no Facebook. We were promoting the show on dig.com and
Yes.
/dot.
Dig.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yes. Okay. And if you want to review the history a little bit, I do like to think about it every now and then.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I moved to Massachusetts, okay? And I have my Game Boy Advance, okay? And I went to a GameStop to buy a Game Boy Advance game, and a guy came in there, okay? A dude.
Yep.
And he was trying to sell his Xbox, okay? And the GameStop guy's like, hey, listen, man, I got no cash, okay? And I was living in a hotel trying to find a house, okay? So
Oh my God.
so I followed the guy in the parking lot. I'm like, hey, man, what do you want for that? And I bought
So
it.
you pooped your pants, or is that another
No.
story?
And so I bought the Xbox, okay? And then I
That
bought a
was
house.
later.
And then started playing Rainbow Six, and I couldn't believe how great Xbox Live was. It blew my
Yep.
fucking mind,
And
honestly.
it was at the time, which is why we're giving away an Xbox 360
Yes.
tonight, by the
Yeah.
way, live. So if you're here chatting, we'll be picking that
Right.
winner and some games and a VGO gift box at the end of the show. So
Right.
Xbox 360 was a huge part of our show when we first started, as well as the Nintendo DS and all that other stuff. But
Yeah.
it
Can
really
I-
was all
can I
about
tell
the
the
Xbox.
story, or you wanna-
I know. I'm just hyping up our giveaway.
That's for the 440th year.
Nothing's changed, Matt, as you can tell. Nothing's changed.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm not
Sorry,
allowed.
I thought I was allowed
we're-
to speak in 2025, but
Well,
apparently
I'm in
it's
the
it's
middle
still-
of telling the
Bring it back
history, which you wanted me to do,
I
and
do.
then you
I just was
completely
interjecting
derailed it.
something.
What?
And okay, and
Well,
yes,
we'll
you
get to
posted,
that. We
you
will get
posted
to
on
that.
the forums because you were lonely.
This is important because
All right, go ahead.
you have to understand too. I did kind of run a gaming stuff in Illinois. I was doing like tribes to online events and organizing them and LAN parties and all this shit. So I had a little bit of background doing it. So anyway, I got the Xbox. I could not believe how great Xbox Live was, because prior to that, I was mostly playing online. I was only playing online PC games, right? Like Xbox, like the voice chat worked. Like, what? This is fucking crazy. And that was back then when I was willing to do the voice chat, right? And then so
important detail.
Yeah, and so I was playing Halo and Rainbow Six Siege online, and they were so fucking good. And so I posted in the Xbox forum. And at the time, okay, I thought I was old. Looking back, I was not.
No.
Oh yeah, now you're old,
right? And I was looking for people who weren't kids to play online with, right? Like adults with they were married, potentially kids, whatever. Because I didn't want to play with a bunch of screaming kids, and the post was overwhelmingly positive, okay? And I said, all right, this is awesome. So I quickly made a forum called Zero Commit.
If you didn't make that post, I wouldn't be here, because my college boyfriend, who I think was 22 at the time, saw that post, and he said, I think I might be too young to join this, but I really hate screaming kids. I'm going to join this adult gaming community. So my college boyfriend at the time joined it. Of course, I'm over his shoulder. Like, what are you doing, Matt? You're joining a bunch of weirdos on the internet. You shouldn't go there.
His name was Matt?
Yeah, his name was Matt, and I played in like a game night with Matt and some of the guys, and John approached me. He was like, "You're funny, I want to talk to you on air." And
so what happened? I kind of remember how it went down. So Kyle and I think I made him an admin on Zero Commit. The site was called Zero Commit, and the tagline was "Old guys with guns." Okay. I wasn't old. I was like 30, right? So podcasting started in June of 2005, late June, like June 28th to be exact. Okay.
Yeah.
That's when Apple added it to the iTunes store to work on an iPod, okay? That's why it's called podcasting, kids, if you don't know, okay?
Right.
And so I was immediately into the podcasting, and I was listening the most to Leo Laporte and This Week in Tech, okay? And Kyle was too. And so him and I started talking, let's do this. And so we started the podcast. The first episode I recorded in my sunroom in the house, like on the kitchen table with a laptop. It was a PowerBook, not a MacBook, okay? And just using the built-in microphone. That's how we did the first episode.
Yeah, and Skype, by the way, which made us all sound like shit.
Yeah. And so the first episode was done with the laptop. It got great response. At the time, I had to hand code the RSS feed in Text Wrangler, which was a text editor for the Mac, which was awesome, by the way. And so I figured out how to make RSS feeds. I did all the coding. I uploaded it to my server. I submitted the feed to Apple, and then bam, we're on Apple. Okay. And at the time, because and that was in August. That was a month and a half, 2 months after Apple started podcasting, and it instantly took off, Michelle, if you remember. And
and 1 year later, we were voted Xbox Community Podcast of the Year, which is now Gamertag Radio, who's in with Xbox a lot. So we were a big part. Like I said, Xbox was a huge part of our beginnings, and Major Nelson came on the show, and they've always been supportive of us over the 20 years.
And then so Kyle and I did the first show, and then I think on the second show we were pulling people in from Zero Commit. And I think, Michelle, you were on the third episode, right?
Something like that. Yeah, you did a little interview with me.
Yeah, and so then I asked you after, you should be a third host, and then you were. Yep. And then the podcast got really popular really fast.
Yes, there were not a lot of women gaming back then, and I believe I was a DEI hire. And it became a little. It outgrew the community, and we had to start our own thing.
Well, this is what happened. Yeah. I remember is that everyone got mad because all these people came in, right? And so we had to basically leave because the podcast.
They called them Michelle fanboys. But they weren't. They were just podcast listeners. But some of these guys were like, hey, what's VGO? It overtook the community, and we needed to break off, and we did. And it was a good thing, and that's why we're here. So
we broke off from something I created, so it's fine. But
it's not like it was a bad thing.
I remember, Michelle, you made a post in the forum like how to get your girl to game.
Yes, how to get your girl gaming, because that was like the number one question we got.
We put it on Dig, and it got flooded. It
got flooded. It was very popular and people liked it. And then a feminist wrote an article. This was kind of like the early Polygon Kotaku type thing wrote an article about how I was sexist for writing an article about how to get your girl to game, because it was a sarcastic article of like, buy her shoes if she plays stupid shit, right? Pure comedy, which is what my background was in. I had websites and I wrote the book later on, so it was not serious. But yeah, the feminazis didn't like me very early on, and so that sort of spirit of VGO is still here 20 years later.
It's still here. And then Matt Bradford.
Oh, can I tell my story just very briefly?
Yeah, because I was going to say, and then I think 5 years in, maybe Kyle didn't want to do it anymore, right? And this part's a little foggy.
You guys.
Canadians got weak legs. They ain't lasted.
I'll tell you.
Okay, Matt, you tell me. Okay, go ahead.
Well, okay, very quickly, and you didn't believe this at the time, but I'd been listening to you guys for a few years before. You thought I hadn't listened to you at all, but I had. And I was working for Twin Galaxies, and I'm like, here, this is my in. I'll email Michelle or email you guys, say, hi, I'm with Twin Galaxies. I can talk about nerd pinball stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I came on my first episode, and then I think I filled in a couple times when Michelle was away, and it just kind of went from there.
Yeah, and I don't remember. Story. Yeah, and then Kyle left, and then we let you in, and in the beginning we played all of our first times on VGO. And Matt, why did I say your name was not good enough or something?
I don't
know. Well, I was a guest for about 10 years, by the way. So
yes,
yeah,
and then that was the joke. That was a running joke. And then we joined All Games, which was started by Scott Rubin of G4 TV. I reached out to them, and I was like, I've been hearing about your, we'd love to join a network. And then after that, Riotcast reached out to us, which was really fun. We love Rob Sprance. We love all the comedians we met there, and that was fun for a while. And then we did our own thing. Now we're on Pickaxe, who Yogscast puts out for their podcast. So we've bounced around a little bit, but I do truly feel like VGO itself is still the same old shit, half.
It's still stupid.
Still stupid. It's not serious.
It hasn't changed. That's what I like about it.
And then Ryan, if we want to do your origin story,
yeah, we tried
my
Ryan
origin
out
story.
a few times.
I've been listening for a very long time. I think almost 10 years, if not just over. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you guys have been part of my weekly routine for 10 years.
That's crazy.
Loved arguing with you guys in my head at work or wherever it was. Long drives up to the cottage. And when you guys presented the opportunity to look for a new host, I couldn't help myself but jump on it because I already have a little bit of experience streaming and with all the content stuff. And this is like a whole dream to me. It's still kind of surreal. You guys are awesome. And
it's been such a natural fit though for me, for Matt and Ryan, honestly. And I'm not just saying that, it's just a natural fit that it was never work or anything. It just kind of seemed like it was. I don't even remember Kyle, if I'm being honest. I don't remember Kyle. I know he's a part of the show. We're giving him a shout out. We've asked him to come on episode 300. He didn't want to do it. 500. He didn't want to do it. So, but you guys are VGO now.
Long.
So it's been so long.
Well, there is a Canadian balance to our lunacy, kind of.
It is, and I love it. I think it's perfect.
So Michelle and I are a bit dysfunctional.
It is a treasured.
What?
It is a treasured part of my. It is a treasured part of my, when I'm on my deathbed, I'll be like, "What were my accomplishments?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I was part of VGO for a long time." And you guys will still probably be podcasting.
Yeah, I hope.
I don't know. I mean, that's interesting,
and we'll reminisce.
At this point, I feel like I just need to go till the end.
VGO lives on. It's like one of the longest running podcasts in existence.
I feel like at this point,
we'll give it to your guys' kids if they're gamers, right? We're going to pass it on.
Mine is, next generations.
So we're going to keep VGO going as long as we can. But all jokes aside, thank you guys so much. If you have been listening for 20 years or 10 years or 2 months or 2 minutes, we don't care. We love our listeners. You guys have been great and supportive of us. And so we've got some ways to give back to you right now. So CD Keys is offering a 10% off coupon VGO10, which is good until August 31st. And then Supercast is giving 5% off until August 31st for our premium subs if you want to support us and get the weekly bonus shows. There's a t-shirt John designed on VGOmerch.com. We're also giving away some Mario Kart World for Switch 2. USA only in the Discord. So we're trying to do some Switch stuff too for you guys. You can join the Discord. But yeah, we're doing giveaways every week and we plan to. So we want to give back to you guys as well.
And let's kind of reiterate some of this shit because it's kind of important to us if you guys want to support us, okay? So we have a relationship with CD Keys, okay? And we don't get paid or anything, but we promote them. They give us keys, which obviously benefits us because we can review games and we can ask them for keys. And then we give keys away to you guys.
Yes.
And right now, they're kind of gauging us. Okay, let's be honest, right? And so this promotion that's going on, if you guys should use it. Go buy a fucking $2 game, okay? Use our code.
Yep.
Burn through all those codes.
Michelle, what's the
there's
code?
500 uses. So if it doesn't work, it means
Well,
it's
let's
been
use
used
all
up, but-
500, goddammit.
Use all 500.
Use them all.
Go buy a 99-cent game.
No, but
I don't
love
care.
CD keys. You can pre-order Borderlands. It's already cheaper than Steam, and then you can save another couple bucks.
What is
so.
the code? How do they do
The
this?
code is VGO10. So go ahead to cdkeys.com.
10. This is VGO 20.
Yeah, but
What
we're
kind of
saving
shitty
10%.
code is that?
10% off, John.
That
That's
is
how they do it.
10% off, though. They
that
make
is
it
just-
confusing.
That is the stupidest fucking code I've ever heard in my
Okay.
life.
Bad code, good games. So
Michelle,
yeah.
what are you doing?
I didn't pick the code.
How did you not see the obvious problem with
so
that
we're gonna
code?
call it
Could've went
VGO
either way.
20,
Could've went
and then
either way.
people save 10%.
Well, wouldn't you say to them, it's our 20th anniversary, not our 10th?
I
then
did, but I'm not a picky bitch.
they-
okay,
they
that's
give you
obviously
the
you. I
shit
was happy to
code?
get something
Okay.
from them. I thought it was
All
a
right,
nice gesture.
So listen,
So here,
go,
no.
go to cdkeys.com, use this nonsensical shit code
Oh my
of
God.
VGO10.
Well, we dropped our CD Key sponsorship. Bye, guys. I'm glad I worked
All right.
on getting that for
I've
us.
been using CD keys for years.
No, I love them.
It's honestly
All
been
right.
incredible.
So
Yeah.
let me guess, you get 5% off with the VGO10 code?
You get 10 off, jerkwad. Here's the more important thing. Honestly, Libsyn is ending support for our app. 93% of our listeners have not swapped over. So only a few percentage of you guys have swapped to Supercast. So now is the time to do it because until the 31st, you save 5%. You get weekly bonus shows, 20-year back catalog, and ad-free VGO. And if you want to thank us for 20 years or you just want to do the swap, guys, because most of you have not. Swap over to Supercast, hit that big red button on videogameoutsiders.com. And stuff like that allows us to pay for fun things, as well as now what's going on with this 360. Thank you, Kevin, who helped John with this too, or CC Games CEO.
Okay.
Some games from his
All right,
store.
so
They are
here's-
poop-free, CC certified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so and again, like Michelle said, go to videogameoutsiders.com, click the red juicy button, sign up and go premium. You have until the end of the month to get the 5% off. So if you do an annual sub, you'll get
You'll
5%
save
off
all
for
year,
12 months.
yeah.
Right. Okay, so and then tonight, since we're doing this special 20th anniversary show, we thought it would be very fun to give away an Xbox 360. Okay.
Yes.
Michelle didn't think it was great, but I thought it was
Well, the
great.
reason why you won me over with it is because it's the only way you can play Guitar Hero. It's the only way you can play some Tony Hawk's.
It
It's the only
doesn't
way you can
matter.
play
It's the
Project
fucking
Gotham.
20th anniversary. Do you not understand this? It doesn't matter.
Does
Michelle.
it work? Does it? Have we tested this?
Yeah.
Okay,
console?
so all right, so listen. I ordered a 360 from GameStop. Okay, that's where it's coming from.
Oh, then it'll work.
Yeah,
All right. I had
and
to dust that off a warehouse somewhere.
I know,
like,
and I haven't.
Alaska.
I ordered it last week. I still haven't gotten it, but it's supposed to be here by end of the week. Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to be getting a 360 complete from GameStop. It better have the original controller. I'm going to be pretty mad if it has like a Mad Catz
It
bullshit
better be
controller.
clean and poop-free.
Yes. And I will.
Working.
So you're going to get that 360 control, 360 with the controller. I'm assuming all of the cables and everything complete. Okay.
We tried to get one from Kevin. He didn't have any available, but he did give us the
tried-
games, so we got some games.
he did
too.
not have them. I really wanted to get one in a box. I was trying to make it all happen, and I failed. Okay, so I got one from GameStop. Okay, and then I talked to Kevin, CC Games CEO. He has a game store in Sandusky, Ohio.
That's right.
And
Go visit him.
and so I started thinking about the games that came out on the 360 and which were the big games. And I got in 2005 when I got my 360, I slept in a Costco parking lot. It was 10 degrees outside, and I slept in the back of my car waiting for the store to open. And we had an agreement with the people there because it was so
Fremont,
cold.
Ohio, not Sandusky.
Oh, okay, whatever. It's close enough.
Well, what if
It's
somebody
right
goes
there.
to Sandusky, yells CC Games?
It's,
Where are
Kevin,
you?
isn't Sandusky right there? Isn't that where you are?
All right, visit CC Games. CEO.
All right, he's at Fremont, Ohio.
right.
So anyway, I started thinking about the 360, and I got a launch bundle from Costco, and the game that came with it was Project Gotham Racing 3. Okay, and if you guys don't remember that title, I think a lot of people don't. That was the precursor to Forza. It doesn't exist anymore. You can't play it. It's gone. It's just like evaporated, and I loved that fucking game. So you're gonna get a copy of Project Gotham Racing 3. I picked it up from Kevin, and then also just because a copy of Halo 2. And
Hell yeah.
Nice.
and so Halo 2, of course, was an original Xbox title. I actually had to have Kevin clarify. I actually forgot all this shit because in my mind, Halo 2 was a 360 game. It wasn't. It was an Xbox One game, and Halo 3 came out on the 360. But Halo 2 is the better game. So
I've been trying to remember what my first game on the 360 was.
Boy,
There's so many.
yeah, I know.
We're gonna get into some of
Skyrim?
them.
Was that out at the time?
No.
Which one? Which game?
Skyrim.
Skyrim. Not Skyrim, but the one
Elder
before.
Scrolls.
Oblivion. Was it?
that
Was
Oblivion.
very
Yes,
early.
It was
Yeah.
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
Yeah, with the cloth
Yeah.
map.
I think so. I
That's
still have
right.
that, by the way.
So anyway, so by end of tonight, we're gonna give one of the live listeners this Xbox 360
Yep.
with Halo 2, with Project Gotham Racing 3,
and VGO goodies, like maybe our cards, our coasters.
Yeah, I somewhere down here I have our Twin Galaxy trading cards.
Okay,
Matt,
good.
you should have sent me some of yours at some point.
Yeah.
There was a stack in a rental car in Iowa somewhere.
That's right. I remember you said you lost them.
Yeah.
So no, we're gonna get you guys some good stuff.
Yeah, and I'll throw in some Pit Beast barbecue rub and our garlic AF and coarse AF and our big sausage energy and all that shit.
Yeah,
so
little VGO care package.
So stick around. Now I'm predicting that picking the winner is going to be a bit of a shit show.
It might be, but we suggested John get a bot, and of course he said, "I'll take care of it." No, I'll do it my way. So it's going to be fun. We'll be doing it the second half of the show. But let's jump right into our 2005 games. We're going to kind of do like a round table and just go around. What order do you want to do this? Do you want me to go first, John, like usual?
I think that Ryan should go last, and then the usual order.
Okay,
it just makes the most sense.
All right, so I'll try to move along.
No offense, Ryan.
And none taken. You guys were here long before I was.
Yeah, we were here
it only
for a
makes
while.
sense.
So I did want to do
your
something.
place, Ryan.
We have to abuse the Canadians, just the way it works. I wanted to play a game from 2005 I liked, a game from 2005 I missed, a game from 2005 I still play, and a new game that looked like it was from 2005. And that's what I did last week. So the first one with the game I liked was a game called Fahrenheit in Europe, but in the United States it was called Indigo Prophecy. And this
I
game,
knew you were going to pick
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, well,
Because when I was looking up games, I'm like, this is a Michelle game.
This
I
game
remember
stuck with me after I
we
finished
talked
it.
about this.
I know. It stuck with me. And the reason why I like it is because it defied all logic for me that I would like it. I hate QuickTime events. It had QuickTime events. I don't love like narrative games. I did grow up playing Sierra Adventure games, which is a little bit of that, but I didn't really typically love that. Now, of course, Quantic Dream also did Heavy Rain and Detroit later on, but Indigo Prophecy was a really cool story with characters I loved. You played as a detective and the murderer, or maybe the murderer, in a very Matrix kind of sci-fi. 2005, early 2000s, late 90s was kind of a fun sci-fi serial killer time, like even with movies, and just the genre was and that's what this game felt like. So I love Indigo Prophecy. You can pick up, which I have the remastered version on Steam. And so you don't have to only play it on the console, but I did play this back in the day on the console. And I was kind of upset when I finished it. Now,
I remember
Cult classic, that game.
I remember snow in a bathroom.
Yes, you start off like that as Carla Valenti
Are you in a
investigating a
bathroom?
murder. Yes, there is in the murder. Lucas is there. Lucas Kane. He had just potentially maybe killed somebody. Now, did he do it or was he forced to? We don't know. We have to figure out the fucking mystery. I just love Indigo Prophecy. And it was like, once you finished it, there were like extras and bonuses and alternate endings. Like the guys over at Quantic Dream did a really good job, like just kind of fleshing out this game and making it feel like it should have been a movie. People ask about what thing do you want to see made into a movie? I would love to see this made into a movie. And I hope one day people do go back to old stuff. Even Heavy Rain was really cool, like thematically. And so was Detroit, that we all played recently. So, moving on to the game I've been playing for 20 years. There's probably only one, World of Warcraft. I did actually pre-order the $90 version of Midnight, which is the next expansion coming out probably 6 months. I don't know, but I pre-ordered it. And I'm like, WoW is like the only game I've been playing. Now, it did come out in 2004, but I started playing in 2005. And it was a part of VGO in the beginning, John. I know you talked about it. We brought up that silly story about the plague with World of Warcraft. And it's crazy. Like, have you guys been playing any game for 20 years?
Well, World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Like, I've been playing a series for 20
series.
years, but not one particular game.
Well,
no.
yeah, like I recently canceled my subscription to WoW, but with the intention of renewing it. But so I've been paying for that for almost 20 years.
I know.
Like nonstop, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad WoW's
Thousands of
still going
dollars.
on, even though it's kind of
It's
shit.
thousands
I'm
and
so
thousands
glad.
and thousands. And I remember Kyle and we did a duel outside Stormwind. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you kept fearing him because you were a warlock and he was pissed off. I think I remember that. But no, WoW is still going on, still going strong, even though it's not as good as it used to be. Look, I know that Blizzard is not what it once was, but I love WoW still. Like, I'm going to play the expansion. They're adding housing and I'm excited for that. Okay, let's move on quickly because I know we all got a lot to talk about. One I missed was Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Now, CC Games said it's actually a really popular $200 GameCube game, which is like hard to get, and it was really loved. It was really weird though. Like my friend, Mr. Dolphin, he's like a neighbor of mine. He had it, so I got to play it. It was really strange. It was like
Mr.
fate
Dolphin.
lined up. I went over to his house. He still had it.
now?
Mr.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Mr. Dolphin. Yeah. So anyway, I like this game because it's old school Fire Emblem. Like back, like the newer ones, I kind of felt like got a little bit too much, and I did like that Fire Emblem mobile game, Fire Emblem Heroes, and that's what Fire Emblem Path of Radiance reminded me of. Just that, like almost like the Final Fantasy Tactics, kind of more basic, top-down grid, chapter-based, a little bit more forgiving with your units, and it's fun because it has the same like weapon trinity: spears beat swords, swords beat axes, axes beat spears. You know, changing skills, giving buffs, making up your team, putting together all the bonuses, but a bit more basic. Where I kind of feel like the most recent Fire Emblem game that I played, I didn't love because I just but this one I kind of appreciated because it was
these
more
are the
simple.
Fire Emblems I remember. It was more like grid based, turn based, right?
Well,
like
the new ones are still grid based, but they're 3D and they're a lot bigger in a sense compared to the top down.
But not like this grid.
No, not like
this
rigid,
rigid
not like viewing the actual grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I liked it. And, I ran into a lot of games I wanted to play that I missed from 2005 that were on PS2 and GameCube and DS. Like, that was a good time for gaming. You know, I did love Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS in 2005. I love Splinter Cell Chaos Theory multiplayer. I know we still have some listeners who used to play that with me. I loved Spy vs. Mercs and Pandora Tomorrow and Chaos Theory. That was some great multiplayer. And it sort of felt a little bit like Rainbow Six Siege does now because it was very like, I don't know, like Monster vs. Shark.
Well, that's Splinter Cell shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Chaos Theory and Pandora Tomorrow was fucking, oh my God. Like,
the
I still dream
multiplayer was so fun. The single player was
the multiplayer,
okay too,
like
but-
being in an event. I still dream about that one map that was in that aquarium.
Yep.
You know, remember? Like that was like a museum aquarium or something.
I was really good as Sam Fisher as Spy. I loved crawling around and snapping necks. Like I got good at that game because I would play for hours. Like it was just really, really fun. So I haven't had a fun multiplayer experience like that in a long, long time because, that it was just different at the time. And I'm sad we lost that. But I guess we do kind of have Siege, which is a little bit Spy vs. Merc sometimes. And then quickly, the game I played that looks like it's from 2005 is a game which I feel is overpriced for what it is, but I do kind of like it. It's called Beyond the Map. And it is a janky Valheim meets Path of Exile, two of my favorite games. If it was 2005, because that's how it looks, that's how it feels, and they're charging like $18 for it. It feels more like it should be $7, but I kind of like it. It's an ARPG meets survival craft. You're running around on a beach, collecting stuff, building stuff, fighting monsters, getting points. It is what it is. It's called Beyond the Map. And it's kind of funny because playing these 2005 games and then playing new games like this, there are a lot of games now that feel like games from the early 2000s. It is intentional. The graphics are, quote, crunchy, as they call them. That style is back. And I feel like we've gone full circle. So,
we were saying this like 5 years ago that this is coming back. Like this PS2 era 3D shit.
It's the new retro, right?
Yeah, it has to be
60-bit graphics.
I mean,
people are even making games for the old consoles as well. They're going.
Well,
back
that's
to
been
that
going on
old
forever,
feeling.
though. But
physical copies, though. I'm saying.
No,
John.
I know that people have been doing that for a while too, though. But I'm saying it makes complete sense that we're going to abandon the 8-bit, 16-bit style because the next stop is early 3D, right? Like,
I think we're slowly doing that nostalgia pushed up, and you saw that when working on the arcades, right? You started to see that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles became popular, and that as people aged, that the 90s got bumped up a little bit.
The 90s stuff became
was less
more
popular.
important than the 80s, and then the 80s replaced the mechanical games prior. So.
Yeah, no, Mass Appeal. You're not too late for the Xbox drawing. Second half of the show, and then I am drinking Coke Zero because it came out in 2005. I don't like the way
is
Coke
that
Zero
true?
tastes.
That's crazy.
That's what I saw
Coke
when
Zero
I googled
came out
2005 drinks.
Shut up.
And so I'm not really into
It's
fake.
20 years old?
Yeah. I don't love Coke Zero.
It makes sense
I'd rather
when
have
you
real
think
Coke.
about it.
It did. Coke Zero
I thought it was new.
It came out in
Still
2005.
new in my
It's been
mind.
20 years. So
That's
I had
crazy.
some in the house and I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Cause
All right,
they're just
that's
kind of
pretty
rotting.
good. Now,
Yeah.
like, I like Coke Zero more than Diet Coke in a can, but McDonald's
Sure.
Diet Coke wins. The end.
Yeah. But it still tastes like chemical poison to me. So maybe I'm the weirdo. All right, John. So tell me what you did for 2005.
All right, I took this very seriously. Okay, and
course.
I started Googling all the top selling games in 2005, and honestly, there was really not a lot of impressive Nintendo games in 2005. I don't know if you guys looked into this at all, but
I did a lot of research.
I mean,
but yeah.
Pokemon Emerald was the number 2 selling game, Ryan, on the Game Boy
and that was
Advance.
2004, I believe, right?
Well, according to MPD here, whatever, it was 2005.
Your research wasn't enough, John. I think it came out September 2004.
Well, why does
I gotta
MPD?
side with the Canadian here.
Is it
Oh
Japan?
my God.
Maybe one came out in Japan.
Huh? Oh,
Maybe it could be a country thing. Could
I
be.
bet you it did come out in Japan first. No,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense. It came out early
So John
before
failed
that.
the assignment. This is taking seriously.
Aw.
20 years, John.
All right.
20 years.
But listen, okay. These lists all say Pokemon Emerald. Everyone will pull up. It says
Okay,
Pokemon
did you play
Emerald.
Pokemon Emerald?
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, what did you play?
It's okay.
So, okay, so I just want to talk about this, though, because it's interesting to me. So, Madden NFL 06 was the top selling game.
Mm-hmm.
Then Pokemon Emerald. Then Gran Turismo 4. Wow, they have fallen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Madden NFL 06 Xbox. Oh, so the PS2 one was number 1, and then the Xbox was number 4. And then NC2A football. Then Star Wars Battlefront 2. That game was fucking the bomb.
Yes.
And when that came out, and the original one, it was literally Battlefield 1942 with Star Wars.
And it still looks good.
Well, that was Battlefront 2, though. You're talking about the other one, though. The one that people
Okay.
are playing now, right?
Yes. Yes. That was
Isn't-
a little bit later, wasn't it?
What's the one that just came back? Was that 3?
Star Wars
or-
Battlefront 2.
But it was a okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. So, all right. So here's what I ended up playing. Flat Out. Now, this is a
The
game.
racing game?
Yes.
Flat out.
Yeah. Now, this was on a lot of the top lists I found too. I actually dug deep into the top 100 games and all that. Now, Flat Out was a game that I really didn't play. Matt, did you play this back in the day? Flat Out?
Yeah, I played the crap out of Flat Out.
Okay.
I played it in university? No, I was out of university. Okay, anyways, yeah, I played it.
So here's the thing about this game that I find this game's really relevant right now because of the Steam Deck. And if you're not familiar with this game, this is a racing game where you drive around a shitty, muddy course with weird pseudo classic cars and you're crashing into each other. And the game rewards you for crashing into people and things and obstacles on the course. And the more you crash, the more nitro you get in your nitrometer. Right?
Yeah, it's like a Michael Bay film, right? Like explosion, slow-mo.
Yes.
But
and
not
then if
twisted metally at all, which I used
no,
to like.
it's a racing game.
Okay.
It's a straight up racing game. And if you really crash, like seriously crash, you will be ejected from your car through the windshield. Like that was like the big, I think, like gimmick of this game was being ejected out of the car. But here's the thing about this game. Now, I don't think I played this, but oh my God, on the Steam Deck, on a TV. So I play this in deck mode outside on my 1080p TV with my Steam Deck. This game looks so fucking good. 60 frames locked in at all times. It controlled like a modern game. It just didn't feel dated at all. It just did not. Yeah,
Was it a remastered version?
No,
or
it was the
just
original
straight up-
version. It was like
That's
$5.
awesome.
And so I'm playing like this Xbox 360 era game, PS2, whatever. But on a Steam Deck, it's more than capable of running that game at high frames and looking good at 1080p. Like I was so impressed with this game. And I think if you have a Steam Deck for like $6 or whatever it was, just buy this fucking game. It was I had so much fun playing it. And then the other game
60 frames per second from 2005.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, yeah.
Well, we
What
went
do you mean?
backwards in a way because the frames dropped because they started chasing resolutions.
Well-
and so
well-
you have a
well,
4K TV. And
Yeah,
then-
but the Steam Deck is
Yep.
is it in the ballpark of a 360 or better?
No, it's better than that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so it would make sense it would be 60 on the Steam Deck, right? But I'm
Yeah,
saying the 3D engine is so decent that it looks really good even
I think
today.
there were a lot of skilled people making games back then.
Yes.
They were so much more optimized back then.
Yes.
Every game was tested well before launch. You didn't come out and get 16 updates before it actually worked properly. They ran great on launch when you got it, and that was it.
Yeah. You never got an update. You never got anything. You had the fucking disc, right?
Yeah.
And then, Michelle, the other game I played, which is a game I feel like we played back in the day and we talked about with the community, was Brothers in Arms.
I remember that.
Road to Hill 30. Now, I know my memories of this game are really fuzzy, okay? I remember playing one of them. I don't know if this is the one. I remember not liking it. And Michelle, I remember you asking me, like, how have you never seen the Brothers in Arms series?
Band of Brothers.
Or Band of Brothers. I feel like that this tainted me.
It's
wanting...
got nothing to do with it. It's just
I understand.
Man.
It sounds
we were
like
just talking about this in Discord. Band of Brothers is probably one of the top 3 ever produced things about war or military.
Well, what's his face is in it, so I should watch it.
You got to watch Band of Brothers. It's very
Matthew
good.
Perry's not in it, but the other guy is.
No, Matthew Perry is not in it.
No, but the other guy's in it. No, the other friend is in it.
David Schwimmer has a small role. Yeah, David Schwimmer.
Jennifer
Ross.
Aniston.
Yeah, she's there. She's a nurse.
No.
Ross Geller.
All right.
Yeah.
So Brothers in Arms is a World War II game, and you're playing a bunch of French campaigns, I guess, in the French countryside. You're an American soldier with a squad. Now, this game looks pretty rough on the Steam Deck, whereas Flat Out does not. Like, this did not age well, the engine, at all. It runs fine. I had to pull out my mouse and keyboard for deck mode to play this. It's a first-person shooter, and so it's a military sim or first-person shooter story campaign game. You're basically just completing objectives. You have vintage weapons. I won Garands and 1911s and all that shit. And the thing about it that's different than like Call of Duty or something is that it's squad based, where you have people in your squad and you can command them and tell them to, run ahead and charge the Nazis and kill them, and then you sit back. Like that's kind of the big thing.
Yes,
and
I remember that.
And they want you to do a lot of flanking and strategy, but it seems really superficial. Like it's like you'll be shooting at a guy and you're not hitting him, and you could see him, you could see his head, you could see his arm, you could see his elbow, but he's behind a corner. You're shooting, you don't hit him because they want you to go around the house and flank him. I found that a little irritating. This is another like $5 game. It runs fine on the Steam Deck. I don't think it works at all with the controller on the Steam Deck. I had to get the mouse and keyboard. But yeah, that was a game from 2005. I do remember playing it back in the day, and I remember actually not liking it, but I think a lot of people like this series. Did you guys ever play Brothers in Arms at all?
I never did, but I feel like there were so many of those COD adjacent FPS games back then that it feels like I did play it. Looking at this, it's like those arcadey, like you said, grouping up with your soldiers, pushing a front line and moving forward and just continuing with that pattern. It looks like a great game. I don't remember playing this one specifically though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all kind of meld into one for me from that era.
Yeah.
All right. And then the other game I played. I actually bought another game. I bought SWAT 4 on GOG, but I never played it.
Okay. What else?
And SWAT was a game I played quite a bit around the turn of the century on my PC. And it was back then where Rainbow Six wasn't king, Ghost Recon wasn't. There was games like SWAT,
Mm-hmm.
And that was one I liked. I'm going to play that, though. The other game, Michelle, I played. Now, Michelle, if you were in a platformer, you were the main character.
Yeah.
Would your weapon be a ponytail?
I mean, maybe. I do love a ponytail.
So would you use it like as a
I would
whip?
want a big... No, because...
Pizza cutter.
I would have a staff where I could smite people, because I always play
clothing?
like priests in games. So no, I wouldn't use my hair. I don't want my hair to touch the enemy.
Okay. Well, in this game, Shantae Advance, Risky Revolution, you play as a half genie woman with a ponytail, and that is her weapon. That is her melee attack.
Now, did the original Shantae game come out
What's that?
in 2005?
So this game is interesting, the story of this game. So this just came out in the last couple weeks here, and it was put out by Limited Run Games. And And the story of the game is this. This game was in development between 2002 and 2004. And I'm assuming based on the name and the logo that it was going to be on the Game Boy Advance. They could not find a publisher. And so they stopped development in 2004, and we can assume it was going to come out in 2005. And that was it.
Assumption. It's a big.
I don't know. They shelved development in 2004 because they could not find a developer. So I think it's not a big assumption at all, Michelle.
All right.
If they would have finished in late 2004, it would have been out in 2005. So anyway, so they shelved development, and that was it. And then the files were sitting on the guy's hard drive for like 20 years. And he's like, God damn it, I got to put this out, right? So
yeah.
So I guess he talked to Limited Run or whoever, and they finished the game and they put it out. It's actually really decent. And the sprites took me a little bit of time to get used to because they're just so grossly oversized. Like the pixels are fucking gigantic. But after a while, you don't even think about it. But it's a 3D, not 3D. It's a 2D action platformer, borderline Metroidvania game, and it's actually really well done. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. I played for a couple hours, maybe 3, and I'm into it. Actually, it's a great Steam Deck game, Ryan. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever.
I did remember seeing this when they were talking about it. Did they release a Game Boy Advance version of it, or did they just port it to everything modern? Yeah,
everything modern. But this game, actually, I can't. Maybe they. Well, there is. Here's the thing. I played these Shantae games before, and it's always it's always been like a mid-tier, character game. Like there's all these games with these characters, and there's like 5 games, and you're supposed to they're supposed to be iconic, and they're not. And this is one of those. No,
I know what you mean. Absolutely.
but this is like a whole like kind of love letter to this game in a little package. So there's a modern game which there's a modern version which is the campaign, the story mode, and then they have like the original like retro version off the guy's hard drive that you can play. And then there's also like a local multiplayer version, battle mode, which I did not try. I don't know if you like 3D platformer. I keep saying 3D, 2D platformers. I think you might want to check this out. Like, it's actually pretty decent. It's challenging at times with the bosses. She has like a couple abilities, like you can, slot like some, projectile attacks and stuff. But mostly you're using her hair, Michelle, to whip the people.
I don't really like that. The hair.
You don't?
I mean, hair was a big part of Bayonetta 2 as well, right? The hair thing.
Yeah,
so
it was.
maybe it was inspired that. Yeah.
Hey, John, I actually do think you can buy it for Game Boy Advance, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they did like a limited release.
This version, like this?
Yeah. Like the original retro from his computer, I think they put it on a Game Boy Advance cart and shipped limited. I don't know if Limited Run did it, but somebody did because I can see it for like $100 online right now.
Oh, really?
Unless that's just like a novelty cart that you get with like a game code.
No, you're right. I see it on Limited Run games,
which is really cool.
Crazy.
But on Limited Run, they only sell it for all the other consoles. I think this was like a separate release.
I'm looking right here. Sold out.
All right.
Shantae Advance Risky Revolution, $60.
Cool. That's really awesome.
That is actually cool shit. The Game Boy Advance was pretty badass. Like I really
absolutely.
I loved that system. And when we started the podcast, it was still relevant, completely relevant.
But the DS took over.
It did, but the Game Boy Advance was still getting games, right?
Yeah, and the DS had a Game Boy Advance slot. It came out with the slot in it. In 2004, I think, was the first time the DS came, or 2005 might have been when it came to the US. So it was still very relevant, absolutely.
Yeah, I think the DS did come out in 2004.
Because think, if Emerald came out in 2004, it wasn't far
DS
far
Lite
behind
came,
the DS.
or the DS Fat, the DS Lite. There was a million DSs. 30, like it was hard to keep track.
Was, yeah.
But
yeah, it was obnoxious, honestly.
Yeah. What are you drinking, John? Then, if you're done,
I am drinking a peached whale.
Oh,
a peached whale. I like that.
From Cisco Brewers on Nantucket Island.
All right, Matt, what did you think about or play, or what have you been up to?
what did I think about,
well,
Michelle?
I don't know. Even like
a lot of
we
stuff.
kind of talked about what we liked back then in 2005.
Well, I'll tell you what I played. So I played Psychonauts because that was one of my favorite games back in the day, and it still is. And that came out in 2005.
I saw that. Yeah.
I know. It was my first pick immediately because I did the same as you. I Googled like best-selling games in 2005. It popped up. And it was already in my Steam library. So I'm like, this is an easy pick for me. I tried it. I played it. I love it. I think I'm going to just actually go through it again because this is still, I think...
Matt, where did you play it?
On Steam.
Okay.
Yeah. The resolution sucks, and there's a little message on my screen that comes up and says, like, your computer isn't up-resing it, but like I'm capable of doing that. So there's just some disconnect between like the game and my computer so I'm getting a really grainy image, but it's still... For me, it's still such a good game that I still want to play through it. I mean, the graphics obviously haven't aged very well, but I don't know if you recall, but the whole concept was you dive into people's minds, and each level of this game is a completely different concept.
They're like in some camp, and
all I remember is John going, Tim Schafer jizz, like on air when we talked about
it. It's got Tim Schafer jizz all over it. You got to bring a clock.
Well,
to
I mean,
this,
Tim Schafer gets a lot of passes, just because, like, he's just like some god.
This was his heyday. I think this was like his. I'm a resolution snob now, but this is really bad, actually. But no, this game was really creative for its time. Like, one was a board game level, another was like a neon lit level, another was like you're a giant kaiju. So I really appreciated the creativity back then, and I still do. And it was a collectathon too. So I love the old kind of 3D platforming, just shit ton of stuff to collect. And this checked all the boxes for me. I love Psychonauts. Psychonauts 2, I think, did a good job.
Is it better?
Recapturing that for me. I think it's on par. I think they did a really good job of Psychonauts 2. So if you haven't played Psychonauts 2, I think
I did. We talked about it, man. I think you were here, but
I think you liked it too.
I did,
a little bit.
I mean, listen, honestly, I never liked Psychonauts. I don't know what it was, and I love 3D platformers. Like, I think it's the grotesque characters and the grotesque environments. And
they got big heads. They're all ugly. They're all like, it is a weird style. But if you like the Banjo-Kazooies and stuff, like...
It's Tim Burton-y a little bit.
Total Tim Burton. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's humorous, and it's just creative. And I think something like we all notice with all these old games is that it's just a game. There's no interruptions. There's no microtransactions. There's no live updates when you start it up. There's no nothing to take you out of the game to be like, oh, and remember your subscription or log in. You're just click and play.
Log into your account, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really valid point because back then, all these games we're talking about, all the games we played when we started the podcast, had no baggage. It was a fucking disc.
No.
You put it in your backpack, you go play it in your camper, you go play it in a hotel, you go play it wherever. It doesn't matter. And now half the shit we're buying is not going to work. If like an EMP goes off,
look, you've got bigger problems if an EMP goes off. Okay,
we're
not worried about Psychonauts 2.
I'm gonna be pulling out the Dreamcast and playing Tony Hawk if an EMP goes off.
I love that argument. Do you have any food, maybe weapons? Nah, I got Psychonauts.
Isn't everyone's fantasy to be like living out the apocalypse, just playing a video game in a bunker? Like I always think about that. Like I always want to be like in a zombie invasion. Yeah.
No.
I did play another game which is terrible. Do you remember Fear?
Yes.
It was like F.E.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this game. Because I remember it came out.
I thought
at
it was
time.
a big game, Matt, back then.
I loved that game.
I think Fear 2 might have. I don't know. Well, you were on crack. Like, go back and play that game. Sorry, Ryan, you're not on crack. You're Canadian.
Wow, Matt's edgy.
But go back in time.
Little Canadian on Canadian crime.
His crack snipe.
I remember this came out and I missed it. I'm like, oh, I think I'm missing this really intense, like psychodrama. It is terrible. The first 2 levels, they give you a gun. You don't shoot anything with it. You just go through like a really bad, empty environment. Like this girl scares you. There's jump scares.
I played this game tonight too, or this week.
And it doesn't hold up, right?
It does not hold up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the frame rate is horrible. I don't like. They didn't do any juice to this. They didn't do any Steam Deck I haven't played on Steam Deck, but it's like 15 frames per second. You can't even hit the stuff in front of you.
I had to install a mod to get rid of that in it, and I jumped right up to like 600 frames because it was like almost giving me a seizure. It was crazy.
Okay.
It was bad, man. I refunded it. In my head, I'm thinking like, I bought this game. Someone somewhere is like, holy shit, we sold another copy of Fear. Like someone.
Well, yeah, I'm the guy that bought the flat out and the.
Refunded.
Yeah.
I refunded
Oh my
it,
God,
so-
Matt, they know who
Yeah.
you are. They're like,
Yeah.
wait,
I
we
know.
sold one copy. Oh, but the guy refunded it.
This is what
This
Matt
guy's
does,
texting
though.
his buddies. He's like,
He does
we
it with
sold
digital-
one. We sold another one.
Wait, the only guy that bought it refunded it?
That's fucking.
I couldn't even. I wanted to pay that money, but like, I am not getting any enjoyment out of this. I don't know, Ryan. Do you remember this being good when you played it back in the day?
So when I
'Cause-
played it as a kid, I remember going through those first few levels and getting the crap scared out of me. I don't know. I was pretty young. I was probably 14.
I guess at the
15.
time, sure.
But playing through it now, they're just throwing JPEGs at the screen. Like a couple of
Yep.
the instances where the ghosts come in and shred a body to pieces and stuff, like some of those looked a bit cool. But the game itself is very janky. The gun sprays
Yeah.
like crazy. Like
Very
the recoil
basic
is insane.
FPS.
Very basic. And yeah, the jump scares are just JPEGs. So that's what was scaring me. You do get like the voices in the hallways and stuff falling from shelves. And that part was really cool, like walking through the buildings. But it really doesn't hold
tried.
up, especially without
See, this
the,
is so weird
like,
to me
the upgraded
because
frame rate.
Matt, like you, again, I looked up best games of 2005, and this was on every list too.
It came on. Sure.
Yeah.
And I
It must
remember
be
It
the
like-
definitely can
in the-
hold its own back then, but not today.
Sure. That's the thing. It was, I remember there was articles about this game and all the magazines. This is like, this is the scariest game you're going to play. And maybe during that time it was, but looking back 20 years when we played all these other things, maybe that's it, right? In the time it was probably good, but it just doesn't work anymore. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, listen, if that guy is listening that got that 1 cent residual, I'm sorry, but you probably got a lot of money at the time. I don't feel too bad. I do want to jump to the present though, because you'll recall last time I was on, we were playing Death Stranding 2, and I am still playing Death Stranding 2 and only Death Stranding 2.
So are you like 3,000 hours? Now, you know,
I am triple digit hours into this game.
Really?
Yeah, it is taking hold
Now,
of my
Hideo
life.
is upset, you know, with the sales.
Why?
Oh, is it not good?
He put it
Yeah,
on one
he-
console. What do you-
I know.
Really?
He's regretting it. He's saying, should have put it on Xbox.
They got to give that to Xbox.
PC.
I want everyone to play this. I want everyone
It's
to play
gonna
this.
go there.
It
And
is a gift that the
he
world
also said that
needs to
he's
have.
not doing the next game.
Really?
No, he'll do the next.
No,
game.
he
It's
said it.
fine.
He said I saw it in the last week.
He's taking
He's
his
upset.
ball
If he
and going
doesn't, I'm
home.
not-
That's not cool for the fans, at least.
That's not cool. It is not going to be the same game if he's not in it, because this game is so weird. It is so full of just little surprises that you're just like, this is batshit insane, but I'm here for it. And
Yeah,
just
here
the
this is 10
loop
hours
of-
ago. Kojima has ideas for
no.
Death Stranding 3, but he doesn't want to direct it.
He's saying that now because he's burnt out, right? So give him like a couple.
Well, I
years,
think
it's
he
fine.
wants to do his Metal Gear Revenge game, right? Like,
Dude, this is his Metal Gear Revenge game. Like this
you
is.
think so?
He added so much combat and so much Metal Gear. To
Okay,
there
you know
is a
what?
character. In this
Actually,
game that
I
looks
can see it,
exactly
man.
like Metal Gear.
I can see it. It
Yeah.
just it doesn't feel like a spy game or whatever you want to call Solid Snake. You know, it doesn't.
Yeah, in the combat sections, there are like
No, the
scenes
combat's
where
very
you
much
join-
Metal Gear and the bad guys and the weapons
Yeah.
and all that shit. Like, I agree with you there, right?
Yeah.
But it
And
doesn't.
one of the characters is Metal Gear. He's straight up just Metal Gear, Solid Snake. Like
Right.
one of the main characters is.
I mean,
him.
Metal Gear is like
So
the
he was trying-
military industrial complex, basically, right? Is that the
Oh,
story?
sorry, I meant whatever the guy's name is. It's Solid Snake.
Solid
Who's
Snake.
the main character of Metal Gear? Yeah,
Snake, yeah.
One of the guys is basically Snake. This game is so good. The soundtrack is. I listen to that in my car now. There's like it's just everything has come together in this game to make it. The cutscenes are rival anything out there right now. I don't know if it's not on PC yet, but if it ever comes on PC, you have to check.
It will.
This is like
Yeah.
It's the best looking
I've never
console
seen
game I've played this
cutscenes
generation.
like this.
It's the best looking console game to the end.
Yeah, and the cutscenes are like
Yeah,
this is
it looks really
photorealistic
good.
mocap. It's insane. It makes me feel like what was everyone else doing in this generation that he can release something like this?
Because he's not using
And we're
Unreal
still-
5 and all that slop that's out there.
Wukong was Unreal 5 and it looked really good. So
that's
an
one
excuse.
anecdotal.
But that means
game.
the developers are bad, not the
Everyone's
engine.
bitching about Unreal 5
Because
and
they don't
all
understand
the
how
slop.
it works. That doesn't mean the engine's
So
bad.
how can it be
means that
every
the
developer?
developers are bad? Because most of the talent is shifted out of the industry.
And
in
even
this country.
Battlefield said, we can't use Unreal 5. We won't be able to destroy anything. Down with Unreal 5, Michelle.
No, John, you're
One
just
day
following
it'll
people angry
prevail.
on the internet because
No, I'm saying no. I noticed it too. Down with it.
Unreal 5
I think
looks
down
great.
with
There are
it.
talented
It's ruining
developers who
gaming
use it. Take a look at what Fortnite's been able to pull off with all of their things.
because
like,
they own the fucking. It's their
because
engine.
Yeah, and people who know how to use the engine.
So
make good
you're
things
saying
with
that the
it.
guys that
That
made
doesn't
the
make
engine,
the engine better. Okay, Wukong, those developers didn't know the engine. They said they taught themselves it, and they pulled off something great. It looks phenomenal. Some of the best graphics
Alan
I've
Wake 2
played.
had really good like cutscenes as well. So it is like talented developers.
Yes,
like
it's
after
the
you play
talent
Alan
of
Wake
the
2 or
people.
something like
for
this.
sure.
Some magic.
I'm bored with that, but that wasn't
You're
the
bored
case with
with it?
Unreal. I'm bored with that, but it wasn't the case with Unreal 4.
It was a different time, John.
They had a lot more time with it. They knew how to optimize it. Now these
Yeah.
games are getting pushed out. They're not being tested or optimized the same way that
Exactly.
they were used to in Unreal 4.
The budgets are
It's
tighter,
completely
things are
different.
quicker. Some people
Yep.
shifted, whatever. But no, so Death Stranding 2, I can't believe you're still playing. I thought that was just like a beat the story quick in 60 hours and stop thing. So
No, I'm okay, but there is milestones in the game that like require an insane amount of dedication. I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna do all the milestones. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna be so proud. It's gonna be another like 30 hours, but I'm in. So I'll let you know next time I'm on the show. Where
Right on.
all right, good.
And I'm drinking Sprite Zero, which I don't know if that came out in 2005.
Well, zeros
but-
probably took off around then. Yeah, that's good.
and vodka, Sprite Zero and vodka.
All right, Ryan.
All right. So
What'd
I
you
got
do?
into a few things. What some of my favorite games I think I was playing back then. I was definitely playing some Pokemon. I was into Guitar Hero and Call of Duty
And
I played-
and Blue's Clues.
and Blue's Clues. Yeah, I was learning how to read and
Yeah.
say my numbers.
He's
and
not that
alphabet.
young. He's a grown
No, I was
30-something
playing-
man, John.
I was playing a lot of NHL 06 and 05.
Yes.
Age of Empires, Soul Calibur, Burnout. Those were some of the games I played back then. Fear, yeah. Fear was included in that list. And I do have these memories of being so terrified when I was a kid. I don't know why. I was very scared of
Yeah.
horror and stuff as a kid when I was younger. Now I love it, and maybe I embraced it as I got older, but something about that janky horror game scared me. Does not hold up today. Like I said, I had to get the mod to allow it to run better, because the first time I loaded it up, it was just flashing lights and low frames. It was crazy. It was honestly, but I picked it up a long time ago for like $1. So they got my money. I didn't refund it like someone else we know. But I ended up playing.
We're Canadian.
What?
He gave him a little dig.
Wait, you
sorry.
refunded it too?
No, I didn't.
He did.
Was that a Canadian snipe?
He's redeeming. Yeah, this is a Canadian snipe because he thinks. I always thought all Canadians returned because of Matt. So it's good to hear, Ryan.
I do return a lot of games on Steam, but not that
Okay.
one. That was it was on sale. So I ended up picking up the Devil May Cry collection on Steam. I got it from CD Keys for like $10. He comes with all 3 of them, but the one that I was after was Devil May Cry 3. I've always heard amazing things. One of the best games in the series from most of the players that play it. They love it. I love the original stuff. I love Devil May Cry 5, so I was like, all right, I have to play it. Got into it, and the game, it looks great. It runs great. Everything was great except for the dang camera. That camera, you're kind of stuck facing one direction. It's really hard to get turned around in a boss fight and look the other way and fight the boss. So I downloaded a mod to help with the camera. But other than that, what an awesome experience. That game, no wonder people are like rated highly. It is amazing. The combat is awesome. Every weapon that you get for Dante and Virgil is just incredible. The fight scenes, the cut scenes, like that game aged like a fine wine in my opinion, especially with the mod. You can up the resolution and stuff with the mod, but I kind of left it as original as I could with just the camera fix. And man, that's a fun game. I'm definitely going to continue playing it. Just that combat alone, and I'll probably get back into DMC5 because of it. Like, it is so satisfying to get an S-rated combo going. Oh man, super fun game. Another one
Ryan downloads mods. Like, that's an upgrade. Like, I never touched mods. So that's
it wasn't really a mod. Like this one was. So for Fear, it was more of like a file drop to unlock the frames. It had a couple other things in it as well, but
didn't know how
that's
to do
literally
that.
all it was.
Yeah,
And
Matt
this one was
didn't
a file
know
drop.
what graphics card he had at one point. You're getting. He's
I
saying, he's
remember
giving you a
that.
compliment.
I still don't
He's
know if
giving
I
you a
got a
Well, he
4K
didn't know
monitor.
the resolution of his TV. I think
Yeah.
it was what it was.
Well, Matt was our Sony fanboy, and but you know, Ryan, you're going to talk about Pokemon in the new year, or when's it coming out? In January or something?
October
Or-
17th.
October. Oh my God, that's new. So I'm excited for that too. So you guys both bring
Yep.
something to the table, though. To be fair, Matt, you are a Sony guy.
But as for the mod for DMC, it was like, this is an actual mod, but you can turn everything off, which I did. I left everything off and only adjusted the camera so you can turn it 360 degrees. That was basically it. But I did play like 2 or 3 hours without it, so I did get the experience, and I got pretty far. It's fun. If you guys like Devil May Cry, go and get this collection. It's an HD collection. It's awesome. It's just basically up-resed, and that's it. Like, the only thing they did was up the resolution a tiny bit, but it still looks like it came out in 2005. Now, I didn't play until today because I ordered off of eBay for the Nintendo DS Advance Wars Dual Strike. Coming from a kid that played Advance Wars 1 and 2 on the playground with his Game Boy Advance, I loved those 2 games.
Me too.
Unbelievable.
The first Advance Wars,
amazing.
I remember like playing that in bed.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop.
With your little Game Boy Light attachment?
Yeah, I had the Game Boy Light. Yes, I did.
Absolutely awesome game. That's what got me into.
But the SP, the Game Boy Advance SP, was pretty great though. But the original one, I had the little light. Advance Wars are so good, and they didn't recapture the magic of it with the last game.
So, you mean the last game as in the remastered like double pack, like 1 and 2 remastered?
What was the last Okay, maybe I'm wrong then.
On the Switch, they released 1 and 2 as a package.
Yeah, the boot camp. It didn't. Yeah, like the graphics were too good, or
they were too good, right?
Yeah,
it's still the exact same game, but they up-resed absolutely.
Why didn't I care about it? I just didn't care about it. Like I
felt the same way. I picked it up, I played it for like a day, thinking I was going to dive in and just absolutely get addicted again, but I didn't. But I received my copy of Dual Strike today. I never played it. It's one of their highest rated games. As soon as I turned it on, John, Matt, Michelle, I fell back to that. I cried. No, I didn't cry.
Cried.
I fell back to that feeling when I was a kid playing it on the Game Boy. It is so awesome. You get to use the pen on the DS and move your guys around and click and give their actions. It's the same crew, Max, Nell, all the people you got from the original Advance Wars, but you're fighting this like black hole brigade, I guess. I think that's what they're called. And they're kind of trying to take over the world, and it's the same turn-based tactics. That is what made me fall in love with those like grid-style turn-based games, and I highly recommend checking it out. Unbelievable game. I'm definitely going to beat it. But what pissed me off was I got it off eBay, and this is kind of off topic, and I usually go for the authentic copies, and this guy said it was authentic. He showed me a picture. It looked slightly used. A little bit of the sticker was torn off, yada, yada, yada. I get it in the mail, and I'm 99% sure this is a freaking reproduction copy, and I paid like $40 for it.
On the DS?
Well, you can get your money back pretty easy with eBay now.
Wait.
Refund.
Are DS games bootlegged easily?
Yep. DS. John, you go on there looking for Pokemon, which I've been doing in the past.
Yeah.
And 90% of them are repos. You can't find anything that's legit. Like they're very...
But you can't open those carts up like a Game Boy Advance cart and look inside, right, to verify?
No, you can't. They're pretty easy to tell.
You have to break them open?
Yeah, they're pretty easy to tell, but I think like they've gotten pretty good at them now where they do look very similar and they work. Like it's
the same ROM, right? Like,
yeah. Even if there's online functionality, it's still there. So like I have the game, but I thought I was buying the authentic one. I got to look into it more.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
Jedi going on in Canada. You got to send that back.
It came from Ohio. It might have been CC.
Okay. That's 3D printing.
Other than that, I'm definitely going to play it because it is a game, absolutely. And yeah, everything else that you guys are talking
Kevin,
about,
do you get a lot of bootleg DS games?
Yeah, people trade in over there. I bet they do.
Honestly,
I imagine so.
I didn't think the DS was a problem. I know Game Boy Advances and NES and everything else.
I know DS is a problem like a lot with Pokemon because they're so popular. Maybe not so much other games, but I know like they do exist.
Huh.
Yeah, people try, he said. So they won't get by him. He knows.
That's good.
That's what good thing for that Epilogue, the Game Boy thing where you can insert your Game Boy cartridges. That thing verifies if it's legit or not. Like it knows. So I wonder if they ever release something for the DS where you can just plug it into your computer, download your save file, and check if the game's real or not. But other than that, I'm drinking some Ocho tequila on the rocks for a special occasion. Very nice.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so I have a question here from D Ski Dub. He said, "What is the reason for the damn bell?" I've wondered the meaning of it for many years. Now, John, was the bell a 20-year thing, or did it show up at like?
No.
Okay.
So when I started doing this, I was emulating Chicago talk radio, and there was a guy, Gary Meyer, who had a bell.
Okay.
And I stole the idea.
And the meaning is kind of like, it could be anything.
What?
It could be to move
Ripped
on.
it
It
off.
could be like to.
I always took it as John being bored.
Yeah,
Or
to
like,
annoy me.
move
There you go.
along.
That's the one. Good. Yeah, CC. Or like sometimes if somebody made a point, or if a point was
That's true.
over. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of a
multi-purpose.
period. It's kind of a period and exclamation point, right?
Do you
Remember
It
the
works.
cake knife?
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
I do. The cake.
Where is that?
And your guitar used to make an appearance. You know, it would have been nice if you broke it out today. Maybe you will when we pick the 360 winner. But Matt, you have to take off. So we wanted to say goodbye
I
to
do.
you.
I got an early morning.
And thank you for coming
this-
by.
A ton of fun. Hopefully, you guys will have me back in a
course.
couple months or so, or a next big release.
Yeah, why don't
I'm
you come
gonna
by for
finish Death
like
Stranding 2 soon.
come by for like our spooky episode if you want. I know you're a horror guy.
Absolutely.
That would
Yeah,
be
for
fun.
Wait,
sure,
Matt,
for sure.
do you still do
No
bits
Sleep.
on No Sleep?
Total every week, guys. No
Yeah?
sleep.
Okay.
I read horror stories. That's a gig of mine. So
So if you want to know where to find him, he reads me bedtime stories quite
right.
often. But
I
often
just
sleeping
for
when I
you,
hear
Ryan.
him.
I picture you in my mind when I read them too. Also, check out the demo, Ember and Blade. It's on Steam right now. And before you say it, John, it is gonna sound like me. It is gonna sound like my voice.
Okay.
I
It's
will
only
play it.
because you've heard my voice for 15 years.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to not see anything else when you play that game. But for everyone else, try to envision like a cool.
So
like,
there's a
Ryan
demo
Reynolds-y.
right now, and you're in the demo. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's
check
right.
it
Matt
out.
does voice acting, and he's also doing the No Sleep podcast voice acting.
Which
So-
guy are you? Are you the?
He's one of the main
Fenric, I'm
guys, right? The main
I'm the
characters.
guy.
Yeah, the guy.
I'm
It
the
looks like
guy.
something
I'm
you might
gonna-
like, Ryan. You're Canadian. You should review
Absolutely. No. As soon
It's
as he
vampire-
mentioned it, I was like, oh, I would like this.
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm going to
kind
play
of
it.
Vampire Survivors meets Hades meets.
Perfect.
I non-biased. I think it's generally pretty cool. So check it out. And
good.
thank you
Oh,
guys so
yeah.
much, guys. I will definitely see you guys soon.
this. I know that everybody appreciate it. They all miss you, Matt. All right, thanks, Matt. We will be back with you for our Halloween show if we can do it.
All right. So what's going on out there? Do we have like news from 2005? I think we should look at some of it, honestly.
I don't know what was going on back then.
Well, I can tell you. So the good. Okay, so we had the PSP, the DS were on the scene. Ryan, did you ever have a PSP?
I did. I had the first PSP. I remember playing some Tom Clancy games. I don't remember. I think it was
Really?
Splinter Cell on it. I believe it was Splinter Cell. Yeah, I do remember playing that. And there was, or no, was it Ghost Recon? One of the two, I believe.
On the
I played a
PSP?
shooter on it. Yeah.
So
it was crazy.
The big game on PSP was Battlefront, right? Wasn't it?
I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
I think it was. I had the Battlefront 2 was on the PSP, wasn't it? Yes, it was.
Oh, you know what? It wasn't Tom Clancy. It was Metal Gear. Metal Gear Acid.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Michelle, you never got any of those.
I was never a huge handheld gamer, but I did like my DS. So yeah, I was never into that. I never had a Game Boy as a kid either, or whatever they were. I don't know. I've just always liked my PC, I guess. I had a hard time with like touch controls or controllers, the little screens. It just
Well, touch controls came much later. But
I know, but like what am I
what?
doing gaming handheld? Where am I? Am I stuck on a bus or something? I don't.
Well, I
like,
know
I'm-
that's been our joke forever about
Yeah,
the
it's
bus,
just
but
not me.
or
Like,
Panera
what-
Bread.
If someone's at work and they got to play in the bathroom or they're shitting, I mean, where are you guys? You're on a plane a lot. Where are you guys doing the handheld gaming?
Well, for
At
me,
school? You guys, like,
well,
sneak it in.
back then it would have been more like the TV's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now
For me, it was always traveling with my parents. And
Okay.
that's what I was in the back seat playing, or wherever we were going, I would play. And they're small enough, like you said, to put it in your pocket, take it with you. Nowadays, it's more so I'm playing on the couch while we're watching TV, or in bed, or
Yeah.
at the cottage. I can bring it up there and play.
Will
on
you
the,
stop
on the
saying
deck or
cottage,
whatever.
you pretentious Canadian?
Shack in the woods.
Yeah,
whatever
shack
you
in the
wanna
woods.
call it.
Now it's become a husband survival device. My wife has on The Bachelor. We really
Yeah,
have nothing
yeah,
in
yeah.
common, me and this wife. So I'm gonna play. I'm gonna
the
stick my
voice
head
is
in.
on, I'm doing this.
I'm gonna play something on my Steam Deck while she. Yeah. All right, honey. Your boss hates you. Okay. Yeah. So look, let's get away from 2005. I want to
So
talk about what's
Xbox-
going on
X-
right now, John.
Xbox Live
Oh,
Arcade came out in 2005 too.
It was the summer of arcade. Was a big time.
Yeah, well, that was so, and it says here featuring titles like Geometry Wars, and whoever wins the Xbox 360 tonight is going to get a copy of Project Gotham Racing 3, which has Geometry Wars in it, which was like a joke Easter egg that was in that game. I don't know if you guys remember this. So like you could go into the arcade and they made up a bullshit game called Geometry Wars. And if you think about it, what a stupid name, right? They were having fun with it.
I like
but
it.
everybody fucking loved that game. What do you mean? It'd be like calling like Math Wars or something?
No,
like
geometry. I just don't think you think it's so dumb, but I don't really think it is. Like, think
I'm
of the
telling
big
you,
games
it
now,
was
Vampire Survivors. What's wrong with Geometry Wars?
Because it was a joke, and I know it was. I know that it was a joke.
Anything.
It was never meant. It was never meant to be serious. They made some stupid game to just throw on. In all these games we played, you go into an arcade and you can't do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they said, "Oh, we'll have an arcade game. You could play something." Hey, Ed, make a quick game for the arcade, and he made, we'll call it Geometry Wars.
You've written this whole lore and history and origin for Geometry Wars out of your butthole. There's no proof any of this happened, that Ed had an idea and it was
I'm
a
very
joke.
perceptive.
I know. Trust me, I'm perceptive as well. And I'm
Yeah.
perceiving that you're full of shit. You have no factual information.
I'm telling you, that's what happened.
All right,
and
well,
Ed,
we'll do
the
a lore
intern,
episode on
they gave him
Geometry
it.
Wars one day.
Yeah, and then everyone fucking loved it, and then they made it a standalone game.
Of course.
But the
So
Xbox,
I feel like that was in the same position with there was a small side game in one of the NHL hits or something. It was NHL 3-on-3 arcade, and it had a leaderboard and everything. It was online only.
Right.
And me and my friends were top of the leaderboards, and it was just a straight up arcade game, big head mode. You pick up these power ups and all that, and we would literally fight for that leaderboard every month. But they never made it into that second phase where it became its own game, which we hated because it was so good. And once they cut the servers, you could never play it anymore. And it died pretty quickly.
All right. So I want to ask you guys something because you're both COD people, okay?
Oh.
And some news came out
I do
today.
like salmon a little better, but go on.
Which feels like to me it could also be a bad thing, but people are interpreting it as a good thing. So breaking, Black Ops 7 will no longer feature carry forward skins.
Michelle, okay,
So
first of all,
everything you bought, you don't get to use in the future, but people are happy about it because they can't see Beavis and Butthead in the new game. But what about
no, they're not. Okay, so first of all, I predicted this, okay, thank you, because I'm perceptive, and I said,
Nostradamus.
I said that
dumbass
Battlefield is going to keep Call of Duty honest. And this is what's going on right now, okay? And
honest, so making you pay for skins that you don't get to use anymore is keeping them honest.
Now listen, now most people online that I've seen are mad about this, okay?
But it's the same 50% of people that are going to cry if they didn't do it.
They're not happy. They're mad, okay? Now, Activision or whoever came out and said, we're doing this to stay true to the source material.
No, they're
well,
doing
listen,
it to
fuckers.
Make more money because they're going to have new skins to sell.
No, but they actually would lose money. They would make less money this way.
They're killing the skins, Michelle, and the stupid blueprints. That's what they're doing. They'll
getting
rid
skins.
of...
People who paid for them should be able to bring their stuff forward.
Yeah, but the new
That's the
skins are going to be badass. They're not going to be Beavis and Butthead.
They're doing you guys a favor. They figured out that this is going to make them the most money if they come up with a whole new set of skins that are realistic.
That's not what's happening here. This is
the Call of Duty cares.
This is
they're not.
You're missing the point of this, Michelle.
I get the point. That there's two sides to this bullshit story they're trying to spin.
They're trying to remove the Fortnite.
You sell somebody something as evergreen content and then you take it away. What they
never been sold as evergreen content.
Beavis and Butthead is not evergreen.
People saying that it says the skins you earn during a certain thing are always going to be usable.
They're trying to get the Fortnite out of this game.
But one of the reasons people like Fortnite skins is because they can always have them.
Okay, well, you are on the side of the people that are mad.
I'm not on the side of anything. I don't play COD.
Well, why are you so mad? You sound mad.
I'm not mad.
No, I get what Michelle's saying.
The other side of the argument.
You purchase something and you want it to be available. Now, it's still going to be available in those games. Just like way back in the day, Black Ops 2, you buy a gun skin, you go back and play that game on your account, you have it. Just like every COD before Black Ops 4, once that game ended that year, anything in that game stayed in that game. Obviously, there weren't as many microtransactions. Exactly. Obviously, there wasn't as many microtransactions. Now, they did have issues with their games and too many guns and too many cosmetics back in Warzone, I think in 2021 or 2022. Now, what I'm thinking, they are going to lose money on the skins up front.
They're going to lose.
People are going to question buying them in the new games because they don't know if they're going to carry forward. These skins are still carrying forward in Warzone. So if you bought something from Cold War, Black Ops 6, or not Cold War, sorry, Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 3, they're all in Warzone still, and they will be there. If you buy them in Black Ops 7, you can play them in Warzone with all your other Black Ops 6 stuff.
Right.
They're just going back to that yearly COD release cycle where there's only 32 guns, the cosmetics for those guns, and then the new cosmetics they've added for those characters, and they're leaving them there. And I think that's how it should have been from the beginning.
But you're missing
never been
the message forward. That they said.
Yeah, they're taking out all the stupid cartoony
that they're
crap
getting
and
back to their
Fortnite
roots
bullshit.
of being realism.
Yes,
COD,
that's
yeah.
Read the release.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to be true to the material. That's the whole point of this. Because of Battlefield, they're scared of Battlefield because everyone's going, this is so realistic. The guys look like real, they look like Grand Thumb and whatever. Like,
I do think this is a conscious effort from them. They are going to lose money from it, 100%. And I think that's honestly
they'll lose
the
more
first
money
step.
if nobody plays their shitty game where you run around as Beavis humping Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
They're making an effort.
They're doing
though.
it to make more money. So I feel like
and what have we
there's
been
two
asking
sides of it.
for?
Some
We've been asking for
people have been
competition.
asking for more skins apparently because you fuckers are buying them. They're running around like, John, what did you just
Of
buy?
course.
Jay and Silent Bob? Like,
Yeah,
you guys got
I
to
did.
vote with your wallets. If nobody bought these stupid things, they wouldn't be selling them anyway, right?
First of all, I did that as a joke with Matt.
Okay. But you're part of the problem then. 'cause
But we
you're
are
buying
part of the problem.
And then you buy and then you bitch.
I'll
You buy and you
tell you
bitch.
this. But I'll tell you this. We justified it because it was on Game Pass.
I don't care about
So
the
here's
inner
what-
workings
here's what-
of your relationship.
Here's
All I
what
know
they
is you
here's
bought
what
the skin
here's
and then you bitch
okay.
about
Here's
them.
what they said: Black Ops 7 needs to feel authentic to Call of Duty and its setting. That's it.
It's funny because their setting in Black Ops 7
And then
is
they'll
like
insert
kind
a
of
female
futuristic,
sniper.
too.
So it's all bullshit. Sorry.
So
Continue.
that is
So
why
what
the
they're doing
operator
here
and
is-
weapon content will not carry forward. So they don't want these steampunk guns in some modern military setting, and that's what they're doing.
No. And yeah, this is direct from the competition that Battlefield brings to the table. They are scared, like Michelle's saying. They're worried people aren't going to play their game anymore. They see the criticism of all these Nicki Minaj stuff, and they're taking a step back. And I
It's
think
justified.
I don't give them credit often, and I think this is a good direction for them. I think it needs to go back. If they're going to continue with these yearly releases, keep it 32 guns or whatever, 46 guns by the end of the DLC season. Leave them in that game. Don't bring them forward. If you want to put them in Warzone, which is your free-to-play title, go right ahead. But if you want to access those skins, those guns, that gameplay, you play that game. And that's going to force
overall,
them
it's
to keep
probably a
those
good
games
thing.
alive.
But I
It
do
is-
get the other side of too, if they ever, because some people were saying they said
People
this
are
game-
mad.
Some people are mad. Yeah.
People
Absolutely.
are definitely mad. They're like, "Hey, I bought the Beavis and Butthead for $20. I want to play that in the next game." Right.
Right.
But
you
all
can't.
those
It's a different
griefers
game.
that with that get that bullshit out of here.
No, but the problem is COD created this COD launcher where it was all part of one world, or part of one game.
Warzone is when this started.
Right. So if you're going to present your game that way, like if World of Warcraft did that and some of your skins didn't work with the new expansions, people would get mad because you're so COD sort of did this to themselves. They presented it
But
as
they-
one game, one
They
launcher.
also have to cut it off at some point. They've proven
I
that
agree.
it's
They
unsustainable.
do, but they could
when
have
the-
skin events. They could have like a certain
Skin
servers with
events?
skins, skin on, skin off events, whatever.
Skin on,
Why
skin
not have
off?
servers with skins, servers with silly skins, servers with serious skins, milsim servers? What's wrong with
Stop
that?
saying
Let people
skin.
Just,
Absolutely,
What's wrong
I
with
totally
skin?
get you.
What? I don't get
they
it.
can do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that stuff. Oh, I lost my train of thought. It's not supposed to be that way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They promise you. So back then they had 3 games pile up so many skins and cosmetics that it actually broke the memory in the game.
Yeah.
Where shit would start to delete. And they said, okay, from here on out on the next title, we are not combining it. It's going to start fresh. And then they did it again. They piled up 3
Sound
games.
all
Now
over
they're at
the
the
place.
same point.
But again, it's
Yeah.
because of Warzone, and honestly, I think I'm going to commend them for this because they
here we
didn't
go.
stick to their guns.
Commending them for not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Well, they
It's-
caved.
They're
They-
going to get in
they,
shit for it.
They
absolutely.
caved.
Yeah, of
they
course.
caved and said
they set themselves up for a no-win situation. Though
they
they
did.
walked down this path,
They,
so it is
they
what it is.
chased the Fortnite money,
Yep.
and then they regretted it. And then they became a laughing stock in a way with Nicki Minaj and all this other
Yeah,
shit
they did.
and Terminator and whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, we did go too far. Like,
See, I
what?
still don't see it as them eating their own. Like, this is about the exact time I would expect them to start the cycle over. Because last one was a 3 or 4 game cycle. Now it's 4 games. beat Black Ops 7 would make it 5. So they're starting the cycle over. Who's to say that when Black Ops 7 the title after Black Ops 7 comes out,
Modern Warfare,
that Black Ops 7 doesn't carry forward?
But Modern Warfare is going to be the polar opposite of any Black.
Yeah, but they blended Modern Warfare with Black Ops 7.
Work in
They'll always work in Warzone. Always.
Well, Warzone is what started.
As far
this,
as we know, yeah.
Warzone is what started this
bullshit.
bullshit.
Somewhere they're going to make people happy. Mass Peel says it's for casuals. The end. I agree. What do you want to do with this 360 giveaway? Are we still? You guys were giving away an Xbox 360, some games. Do we want to do this now? Do you want to wait right to the end? How do you want to handle this, John? I'm just checking in.
All right, we could do it now.
Let's do it.
We're going to take a little break here with doing this. Then we'll get back to maybe more news if we see anything. Or maybe we'll just end it. I don't know what's going on. So we have an Xbox 360 and some games and a VGO care package. It's USA only addresses. You can be somewhere else, but you got to give us a United States address to ship to you. Now, John, what are you going to do this? You're going to pick a number? How do you want to do this?
Okay, so listen.
Okay.
Live chatters. If you want this, okay. And by the way, I'm glad we're giving it away to a live chatter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you guys are the people that show up every single fucking week for us. So thank you. So we're going to pick a random number. I'm going to pick a random number between 1.
And you'll type it to me so I can help you look.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to, or type it to us
do
here in the
not
chat.
type a fucking number until I say so.
Type it in our chat, John.
Yeah, type it in our chat, and Ryan and I will go through. And please only enter one number. If you enter multiple, then
do not enter.
You'll get disqualified.
Listen, we're all friends here.
You
don't
see
enter.
us when we're angry.
Don't try to game this, please.
No, we want this to go to a listener who wants this, who maybe wants to check out some of the games.
I just generated a random number.
Okay,
I'm sharing it with Ryan and Michelle.
Right, we're going to keep John honest here, just to make sure.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, interesting.
Do not post a fucking number.
I want to give some hints about the number.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So the number is from 1 to 100, right? You want to go?
No, I said 60.
Oh, all right. 1 to 60.
Yeah.
You can type one number now. Type that number. We'll be watching. If you already want one, you don't want it, that's okay.
Yeah. But if you want it, type it.
Okay. I'm keeping an eye on who. It's going to be like Price is Right rules, closest without going over. All right. Interesting. Somebody is very. No, that's going over though.
All right.
Right. Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
Oh, we got. Okay, there might be a tiebreaker for some people, unless somebody beats that.
Okay, we do not have the number yet.
We don't have the number yet. But do we take who's closest and then tiebreaker it? Oh, we got,
what?
Take a look at the chat. So we have to, what do you want to do?
We have to what?
All right, I'm calling the numbers to stop right now.
All right, all numbers stop. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm picking another number.
We have some... Why? Why wouldn't we just take the people who picked closest to the number and then do that?
Well, we could have a round 2 here.
No.
But Derek Gatz, you just put in 1, 2. You can't keep typing numbers.
I called it off.
It's over, though. It's over.
Here, it's over. It's over. Here's what we're going to do. John is not thinking clearly. So the number...
Yes, I am.
You're not. The number was 50. I saw 4 45s. Pro, Jabber, Zoltan, and Bloody.
Okay.
If I missed anybody else who had said 45 or closer to 50, please tell me now. And because the number was 50. So you 4 are going to pick now. You're the finalists. Ted, you said 50? I don't believe you. Did you? But I mean,
I don't think so.
Scroll back and look.
All right.
I'm looking.
Listen, scroll back, team.
If you did, let me know, because we could go back. Yeah, I got you there, Jabber.
All right. So we got our 45s.
Pro, Jabber, Zoltan, Bloody. Anyone who typed 45, we're going to pick another number now from
1 to
50.
10.
1 to 10.
All
That's
right,
too
1 to
close.
50.
No. 1 to 50 again. Whoever gets closest without going over wins. Okay. Yep, we got you as one of the you 4 guys. Pro, Jabber, Zoltan, and Bloody. You get to pick. You're in. Okay. That's right.
Here's
Zoltan,
the number.
you're one of them. right. Ready? John's going to type it to us. Don't pick your number yet. It's from 1 to 50. All right, go. You 4 can type your number.
Only you 4.
Yep. I'm still waiting for. All right. All right. So you all went over, but the closest one was Pro with 11 because the number was 7. So congrats, Pro. You win the Xbox 360
Hey,
and games and
congratulations.
VGO care package. Congratulations. Going to a good home. We've known you for many years around. I've seen you in the Discord. We've spoken. You're a good guy. Congrats. Went to a real VGO listener. I'm glad.
Congrats. That's awesome.
That's awesome. So thank you to everybody who entered.
So
and
get
who's here.
Michelle the address and all that shit, and I'll get it out. So
Yes.
I don't have anything yet. GameStop, I think, is later this week, and then
Yeah.
Kevin shipped it on Saturday.
Leave me your address because we don't keep any of that in the future, Pro. So just DM me your address and your name in Discord, United States address, and John will get it to you as soon as he can. All right. So anything else before
And
we get out of
let
here?
us know if you want me to sign it. I know it's stupid,
Yeah,
but if you want me to, I will.
Yeah, he doesn't want to deface the Xbox, or you could sign your card at least.
John's
if you're going to send him
DNA
a
all
card.
over it.
Yeah, let us know if you have any special requests, but we should be able to get you cards and coasters and maybe a hot sauce. I
Yeah,
don't know what
Loke
else we
says,
have.
enjoy your red ring of death.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is kind of funny because I went through like 2 or 3 360s.
Yeah, I did as well.
Once mine got the red rings, I switched to PlayStation.
But
So
here's
wait a minute,
here's
Pro. Look. He's the guy who once says, John, I did a report on you in middle school about you being my hero.
No way. That's awesome.
wow. Oh my god, that's crazy. Jober Rajaru, that is a Blues Brothers reference. I understand it. That is Wrigley Field.
Yeah, they want a picture of your hand from Krell. Can you have a hand in the system? And you also get, like I said, those poop-free CC certified games. A little piece of history there with Kevin's store. So I think this is going to be a nice package. So
Namco, it has HDMI.
look, you're joking about the 360. I still use the one at my sister's when I play Guitar Hero.
There's
How
nothing
else-
wrong.
How
Listen,
else
I'm
am I gonna
telling
play
you.
Guitar Hero 2?
Listen, this is a useful item. I'm telling you, it is. Like, it's hooked up right now in my living room, and the fucking Tony Hawk games still play fucking phenomenal.
Oh, they probably play the best on the console.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the 360.
The OG model didn't have HDMI. Well, there's dongles, right? A little dongle.
Yeah, it did. I have an OG in my
Why
living
do I
room.
remember it? I think I remember it having what's that one called?
It has
VGA.
HDMI. I have one in my
VGA
living room right
or
now.
whatever.
The first ones didn't.
I have a launch one in my fucking living room.
Yeah, I had a lunch one too, but the original 360 didn't have HDMI, Ted says. Well, maybe there'll be a dongle.
Well, okay,
in
well,
it.
let's think about this, though, because my launch one red ringed,
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
and I
Well, I
exchanged
bet these
it.
are all the launch ones probably red ring. They're all gone.
Because they
Oh,
did
boy.
upgrade it. They did upgrade the original launch one because of the red rings. They probably added HDMI.
Yeah. Right. If not.
Oh
he's gonna
boy,
plug
this
in
is
CRT.
interesting. I guess I overlooked this because I have a launch 360 in my mind, but if you
Yeah.
remember, mine red ringed, and I went to
Yeah.
Costco and exchanged it.
Yeah, same thing happened to Ted. He said red ringed HDMI later.
Yeah.
They fixed it. I mean, it's probably
When
of the
did they
fixed
add the
ones.
HDMI? But mine looks like the launch one.
That's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you,
They fixed
DM.
it, but they re-released that launch model as a new model with HDMI.
Yeah. Well, either way,
But
we'll
it-
figure it out.
but
Now,
it's
DM,
not- it doesn't
he says,
have a
thanks
different-
for 20. Can't wait,
Wait,
to see
wait,
what the next 20
I-
brings
actually,
us.
I wanna
What
get to
should
the
we
bottom
do
of
for
this.
the next 20 years?
Yeah.
We don't need to get to the bottom of the dongle right now, John. I mean, the connector.
No, because
right
I
now.
want to know, because this is interesting to me, because
Thank you, Pro, for the gifted
so
sub.
mine looks exactly the same as my launch title.
Because it
My
was.
Yeah,
it
they're
just
going to look
swapped-
the same, John.
Yeah, it's still a launch one, but they just swapped the dongles and probably did something that was causing red ring. Maybe it had to do with the connector.
This is very interesting.
Interesting.
Different boards, different motherboards, I believe.
Yeah, so give us your details. and
Yeah,
we'll
the
take
one
care
I
of it.
have doesn't have Wi-Fi. I have to use Ethernet with it.
Right. So make sure, if you want the Wi-Fi, you need a dongle for the Wi-Fi.
Do you even have to connect? I think you can just plug in the games and play, right?
No, you don't have to, but
Yeah.
it still works online.
Okay.
Like, I mean, they did close the store recently, but it's still like updating the dashboard with shit.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you.
Just
yeah, thank you to
ads.
everybody. Rumor EA wants Battlefield to become an annual release, just kind of to close out all this Battlefield COD talk. I was saying, is COD becoming Battlefield and Battlefield becoming COD? Like we're kind of
no carry forward skin.
That could be bad. But yeah, it's been kind of a quiet week. I know for next week we have that new Metal Gear game. I think we may be getting keys. I'm not sure. Isn't that next week or it comes out this week or something?
I think it just came out.
The remake.
Yeah, that's getting kind of mixed.
Yeah.
It is getting
But
mixed.
we'll do something fun. And then the week after that, we're definitely going to do the Hollow Knight 2 roundtable.
Yeah.
Some people have been picking up Hollow Knight 1. I know you have inspired a revolution, Rye. People are saying it just beat their...
I've gone back and I'm getting stomped, but I love it. I'm getting further and further every attempt.
And then
that's
what
just
else?
the boss rush mode.
Oh,
Michelle, you played Stardew
Borderlands.
Valley, right?
Yes.
So do you remember when the developer Concerned Ape brought up the Haunted Chocolatier game? How he was been in development with it since I believe 2021, around there. And the community's kind of been settled in and just waiting patiently because they know whenever he releases it, it's probably going to be really good. He's been finally starting to tease it more and more. And he actually tweeted the other day, I believe he said, probably a joke. He said he wants to make sure it releases Haunted Chocolatier no later than 2030. But I think it's a joke.
Yeah.
But I do believe it's coming soon. Probably within the next year or two, that game will be out, and that's gonna make its waves. Just like
I
Stardew
feel
Valley. Pretty
like
much
it's
anybody
not
that's a
going to
big
be
fan.
good. I just feel like I go in negatively. It's like Stardew Valley was good at the time, but now there's been a million clones
Right.
of it, so that have probably done things better. So will his next game be better than the clones? I don't know.
Have you played Stardew recently? Because that game has been like quality of life has shot through the roof. They've added so many different things to it that it is almost like the new games
Right.
coming out today.
So maybe that's
and
yeah,
he's been
that's good
working
news.
on that. Yeah, for what 14 years. So I'm sure it's very similar. Maybe with a bunch of new stuff in it. Who knows?
It's
A lot
going
of
to be
people are hyped
huge.
for
I mean,
it.
the game is still like a top seller. I can't, every time I look on
Yeah.
Steam, it's like
Yeah,
Stardew Valley is
that
still a
thing
top seller.
printed money.
It's
like,
insanity.
honestly.
It's just not going away. So, yeah.
7 games have been delayed because of Hollow Knight, Silk Song.
Oh, really? Any big ones?
7
or
indie
just
games, yeah.
Little nothing.
Nothing. I don't think any AAAs yet, but a bunch of indie games.
I think you have
Feyland,
Hollow
Little
Knight
Witch, Mega Bonk.
blinders on.
Well,
They're
John,
just-
we're going to do a round table for Hollow Knight 2. If we hate it might be
I
our
don't-
first
I don't
fight
think-
with Ryan.
I don't. Oh, yeah. So hey, listen. September 16th, though, Skate is going to be
Right.
in early access.
Yeah.
Skate.
You
I
never
saw the
liked
trailer
Skate,
today.
though.
I hated Skate.
I think every Tony Hawk fan hated Skate.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
I
Hell Is
did.
Us is coming out too. We'll see. I think we're getting keys for that as well. Ryan, you might be interested in playing. It's a little soulsy, a little
Yeah.
spooky.
I did the demo a bit.
Yeah,
And it was interesting.
so
We talked about it a few
We'll
episodes
see.
ago.
I think I've got keys for that. We might be giving some away. So yeah, let's wrap this up then, because CD Keys gives us these games for you guys that we give away every week in the Discord. If you want to win, you got to come to our Discord on videogameoutsiders.com. We're giving away Mario Kart World right now for Switch 2. You can
That's
claim
pretty
it,
good, by the
even if
way.
you don't have the Switch yet. You can claim it if you're in the United States. It's a USA key, and it'll be there when you get your Switch 2. So check that out in our Discord. Thank you, Buddha Bomb, for subscribing. And we did play a little bit of your voicemail at the beginning of the show. I know you missed it. Also, right now at cdkeys.com until the 30th, we've got the times up in Discord, but you can use code VGO10 to save
This is very
10%.
important. No,
on
seriously, this is
cdkeys.com.
important. Go
Yeah.
buy some stupid $1 game
Yep.
and use this nonsensical code.
Yeah,
Got to
why
use
not?
all these codes. That'll help.
I want the 500 to go to
tremendously.
VGO listeners. If this ends up on one of those code sites and a bunch of strangers use it, I'll be pissed off. And then also we have a VGOmerch.com. John designed a 20-year t-shirt, mug, and hat you can pick up. And then very importantly, 90-something% of our listeners have not swapped over from Libsyn to Supercast. So if you want to say thank you for 20 years or just get weekly bonus shows, the back catalog, ad-free VGO, go to videogameoutsiders.com, hit that
Yeah.
red button, and listen to our stuff in your player of choice. So many people have been happy about listening in Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all of it, and Google Music, because you can listen to our bonus
Apple
stuff now
CarPlay,
right there.
Android Auto.
Exactly. So
It all works
People are
in
loving
there.
it. Very optimized, very new experience.
Yep.
It's
Get on it.
modern. We got
Yeah,
out of
very
2005
modernized.
with this.
It is. It was. I'm glad to be entering into the next decade here with Supercast, and something that we know we're going to stick with and that works for us and is everywhere. So, like I said, if you're listening and you haven't done it yet, which most of you have not, please do swap over or just sign up to thank us for 20 years. Because people say, "What can I do for 20 years?" Well, I mean, we love making the bonus content, and we want to make sure people are hearing it. So,
Yeah.
think
I mean,
that's the best
Michelle
thing
and
we
I
can
do quite a bit of extra stuff every week, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like the
Yep.
Subs podcast on Monday.
There's a ton of it.
It's totally
It's too
like
much,
just
but
random
you
off
pick and
topic
choose
stuff.
What you like. You pick and choose what you like, I think. This week, who knows? Maybe we'll do a micro because I've played like 10 games I couldn't talk about tonight because we couldn't with the 2005 and having Matt swing by. It was just way too much. So
Namco, we were on Zune.
We were.
Yeah.
We were everywhere. We still are, kind of. Thank you, Big Dinner Fork. Congrats.
Stitcher was a big one for a while.
Roger and Sally are coming back in October. And some people sub just for Midnight Callers, John. And you suck shows and all that. So where should Roger and Sally go this year? I don't know. They've been on the road lately.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Y-Files.
Okay. What is that?
It's all the Roger and Sally stuff. It's
okay. Well,
pretty good.
I can't wait to connect with Roger and Sally. And then Matt's going to be back for our Halloween episode in October. We'll do a 4-way again. So that was fun. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us live. Thank you to Ryan and John for many years and many more. Anything else we want to say before we get out of here?
No, I just want to say to everyone, thanks for listening for all these years. Michelle.
I haven't listened to anything for 20 years.
Thank you for being here with me for 20 years.
That's right.
It's pretty outstanding and amazing.
I don't know how I made it 20 years with John.
I don't either. So thank you, Michelle.
Thank you,
and
Tiger
Ryan,
Claw. Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I still listen every Wednesday morning.
That's great.
And to all our listeners, though, seriously, the ones that are still here after all these years, thank you.
How do you do
especially
it, guys?
to our live chat.
Honestly, what do you want to see for the next 10 years, 20 years? What do you guys want to see for VGO? Do you want us to add a new segment instead of what we're drinking, John? You wanted to add what's in your fridge?
Fuck.
What do you guys want?
Wait.
All right, hold on. What do you guys want?
We can add so much.
What could we do? What is this?
What's in your fridge?
Okay, that's our new segment.
This is a new segment we're adding this year.
Okay.
Or this.
Are you going to have to play that every time? Okay, pro Mrs.
What's in your fridge? Michelle, what's in your fridge?
Food and drink, John. I don't know.
No, specifically.
There is a lot of leftover pizza.
Oh my God.
Look at my fridge. I made pasta last night. I got a lot of pasta.
Yeah.
For the week.
Just leftovers.
Yeah.
Like my fridge is constantly pouring.
Yeah, I become a leftover Nazi.
Okay.
Like I want that shit out of there, and I get nervous because I see something in there. I'm like, I know that's a week old. I
Can
know
I
I
give you
made
a pro
that.
tip? I have a magnetic calendar whiteboard on my fridge, and I have when I put the food in there because rice does not keep well.
Yeah,
it's like 3 days on rice.
It kills you.
So I need to know. I write. Get this whiteboard sticky calendar. Okay,
I'm on board. Listen, I'm constantly Googling how long can grilled hamburgers last in the fridge. I do this.
You know what I always say?
And
7 days is fine.
And then Alexa says grilled hamburgers can last 3 to 5 days. And then I'm like, oh shit.
Well, that's
I
a
think
good
I made
tip, Suko. He says, wash the rice and it will last longer. I know the rice is the one thing that makes me scared because I saw like an article. It's like after 3 days you're gonna die if you eat the rice.
Yeah, it's the cooked rice specifically though. The cooked rice will like actually make you sick.
Yes,
if it's on a counter for too
easier
long.
to digest. Doesn't spike your blood sugar if you refrigerate rice and other things. So Cranky has the whiteboard too. What's on my fridge is a whiteboard.
What's in your fridge?
That's terrible. 3 days and everything is gone, Zogtree? Oh my God, you mean your kids eat it or like you just get rid of it all? I'm okay with like the pizza. I know there's so much salt in that shit. It's probably good for 5 days, 7 days.
Well,
right?
yeah. Pizza. We heated up pizza today. It was like about a week old.
I freeze
But
the
I had a
pizza.
rotisserie chicken that I bought yesterday, and I made myself eat it tonight because I'm like, oh, tomorrow it's getting a little
It
questionable.
becomes a liability.
Yes.
And then you feel like
there's
you're
so
going to
much
get
fruit.
fat.
Yeah, because I'm
from
like, I
all
bought
of
this
it.
fucking whole chicken. I only ate like
Right.
a percentage of it, and
So you got
go
to
to
take
the
it off
store and we get
freeze it.
we get a bunch of fruit and we're like, oh, we're gonna be healthy this week, and then that fruit just goes bad after
I know.
4 or 5 days, and I feel so guilty throwing it out. Any future segments? Comment on Twitter in the Discord. Let us know, and we'll add it all in. We'll have some.
Yeah,
fun
I
this
want to
year.
hear from you guys. What would you like us to do or not do? Which is always fun.
like this.
A lot of people.
fridge. All right, so we're
What's
gonna
in your
incorporate
fridge?
what's in your fridge.
I'm going to have to say no on what's in your fridge. I'm going to have to
My
say
fridge
no on
doesn't
that.
change that much. I have
Yeah,
like hot
there's-
salami and like
Yeah,
nothing
what's
else.
in my fridge? Salad dressing. What do you mean what's in my fridge? Are you like a severed head? What do you think is going to be in there? Okay, Tiger wants to know what's in our closet. Clothes. I don't know. It's a reboot. It's
Empty
just
boxes.
Ari, we can't bring fruits back. China banned Skype and we lost the guy. He's probably dead,
Yeah.
Rip. I don't know.
I know.
They
Fruits
want the
is long
Rye
gone.
Indie show. Yep. we could do the Ryan D show. More
could do the
themes,
I could do
something
Ryan
I
D
always
show.
hear about. I've been looking at like when there's a lull, but there's like always something. There's always a game. There's always something. So yeah, it's hard to know.
All right.
Okay, let us know what's in your fridge. And thank you for the good 20 years. Goodbye.
That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for everything.
night.
We'll see you soon. Out.
And so it seemed to be the best idea yet. A revolutionary way to play against players of similar skill. But little did I know what lay ahead. Those Spartan guys?
No.
Oh.